Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss an important topic, that is Bank Amendment Bill 2021. The public bank people are protesting. That's why it is in news. Most of the banks in India were public, which has later been merged, and now it has been reduced to 12 major banks. We were having 27 banks, public sector banks, which were merged due to various reasons. So now it is only 12 major banks. Now they are even thinking, the government is even thinking to privatize two more public sector banks in this winter session of parliament. That's why this is in news. Now, the if you see there was a banking companies acquisition and transfer of law of 1970 and Banking Regulation Act of 1948, where according to the Banking Acquisition and Transfer laws of 1970, it was then decided that public sector bank should have 51% of share. That is, the government will be holding the majority share. That's why it will be a public sector bank, as still it is having 51% share. Now they are trying to reduce the share to 26 percentage. So they are trying to convert public sector bank into private sector banks. Now in India, there are most of the people and most of the people and elderly people also, they invest in public sector banks. They trust most of them only in public sector banks rather than private sector banks. And whereas the government is trying to towards the disinvestment, privatization. S- So there is this is one of the concerns which is raised by the people, and there's also a loss of jobs by this. There were 8.7 lakhs of jobs in 2017. Now we have only 7.7 lakhs of jobs. That means we have lost most of the jobs, and the branches of uh, banks have also reduced. We are going towards financial exclusion rather than financial inclusion. This is one of the things. During 1969, Indira Gandhi government decided to nationalize 14 large private banks, because so that the people in rural sectors and other people, middle class people, they'll try to invest in the bank, and it will develop. The nation will develop. Now the privatization, they are trying only on affluent people. That means they will try to give the money only to the people, those who are able to pay. They are not concentrating on rural sectors and the farmers and the middle class people. So with the idea of this, there is a lot of protest going on. Now, as I said, about privatization is nothing but majority share of the bank will be reduced to 26 percentage. What are the reasons? As I said, they are trying to reduce the financial position to it is the government is trying to develop the banks in a better way. They are privatizing in a better way, so that it will help the banks to recover from NPA. There is a lot of loans which were not paid by many people, and the bank has faced a lot of NPAs, and there's a lot of loss for the banking. So to strengthen the banks, they are trying to come up with this idea, and in this way the banks will become bigger. Instead of having small banks, there will be a one big bank where all the facilities will be available in one single bank. This is one of the reasons which the government is saying. So in this way, they will try to reduce the NPS. If there is one single bank, there will be one resolution for all, and where you can get resolution for everything in one single bank. It will be a multitasking thing. This is one of the reasons which is given by the government. But what are the issues? There is an issue where the middle class people and the rural sector people, they will not be given prominence while lending. Only the private companies and big people will be given what is the priorities, and the weaker section will not have much benefit out of this privatization. Only the affluent section will be given more prominence. They'll be given lending first rather than the, if you see the lending process in India, the agriculture was given first priority. The agriculture was given, sorry, um, the agriculture was given first priority, then the other things has been going on till these many days. But due to this privatization, the weaker section will be suffering a lot, and other middle class also will suffer. Only the benefit will be only to the higher class people. And due to governance issue, as I said, there's a lot of fraud which has happened. This is also, and they are going on still. That is also the main reason for this, and that defaulters have increased. The bad loans have increased, so that is also one of the reasons. Now, recommendations. Who have recommendations? The Narsama committee has proposed to reduce the public sector banks share to 33%, and the PJNI committee has suggested below 50%. So in this way, they tried to reduce the NPS because of these reasons. The only issue is capitalism, financial exclusion of the weaker section. So what we can do? We can just say that the government is trying to do the reduce the NPS. There can be a better way of reducing this NPS. The government can form a committee and decide to provide things where they can include even the rural people and the middle class people, so that they will have a better way of getting this rather than whole privatization. That's all for today, friends. Thank you. Please like it. If you like it, please share it with your friends. Thank you.